Good day, folks. Today we're going to be unboxing the GoPro Hero 8. I've been waiting for weeks for this thing to arrive. It just arrived at my door about 20 minutes ago, so let's just jump right in and get at it. So this here is the new GoPro Hero 8 Black. GoPro announced it a couple weeks ago. So there are some subtle changes this year with the form factor and hardware. A lot of software improvements, so we're going to get into that as we go along. This is mainly an unboxing video. It's not really a tutorial or a beginner's guide. If you're watching this because you're new to GoPro and you want to watch a beginner's guide, I do have a beginner's guide for the Hero 7 Black that I'll put a link down below in the description of this video. I will be making a beginner's guide for the Hero 8 Black in the next week or two, so keep an eye out for that. So just some of the quick new features here. We have Hypersmooth 2.0, we have TimeWarp 2.0, which is actually something I'm actually kind of excited about. I like some of the new features of it. A new feature called Live Burst. There's a lot of improvements to the Super Photo. We can now live stream at 1080, and they have a new night-lapse video mode. So we're going to take a look at that too here once we get it opened up. So let's just get right at the unboxing portion of this video. So as you can see, the box is pretty well designed the same way as all GoPros have been in the past. Just slides out from the bottom there just like that. Let's remove the GoPro here. Kind of looks like their thumb screws are a little different as well. I'm going to compare it to an older one and see if that has changed. So we're going to remove the GoPro from the box here, and I'm just going to set it down and we will take a look at it here in a minute. Let's get the buckle mount off. If you're new to GoPro and this is your first one, there's a plastic piece around this buckle mount, and you can remove it and throw it away. It's only on there for shipping purposes to keep the camera upright during shipping. The other thing too, if you're new to GoPro, this top plate here, they use for shipping purposes, but you can remove it from the box, and a lot of people use them to make their own kind of do-it-yourself mounts. It even just makes a great little table mount, gives it a nice flat surface to connect to. Let's open up the box here and check out the accessories that come with it. I'm assuming it's the same as every other year. So we've got our USB-C charging cable. Now I don't know if I got ripped off here, but I only see one sticky mount, so that's kind of interesting. It's not anywhere else in the box there. We also have one battery. Now these batteries look a little different. You can see they have a blue strip there at the bottom. Now all batteries, whether you have batteries for the Hero 5, the Hero 6, or the Hero 7 Black, will work in the Hero 8. Now GoPro states that there are certain scenarios where the new battery does perform better. I'm not 100% sure of what that is yet. I'm still looking into that. But for the most part, the batteries are compatible, and you can use the Hero 8 batteries in your older GoPros as well. And of course, we have all our literature. So yeah, I'm just looking at the box here, and it does look like they only give you one mount this year, so that's new. Every year, they always gave you two. This one here is the curved surface mount. They always had a flat surface mount. It's really interesting why they stopped including them. These things can't cost very much money. So let's take a look at the camera here. There's some pretty big differences here with it. The first you're going to notice is the lens is different. This new Hero 8 Black does not have a removable lens. There are many people, including myself, that are kind of upset about that because this is a GoPro and sometimes they get into some very adverse conditions. I've had to replace lenses on my cameras twice over the years, and it was such a simple fix. You would pay $20, you could get a new lens and replace it. But now if you break the lens, it could be very costly to repair. Of course, one of the big things you're probably going to notice right away is that there's no frame. Usually when you buy a GoPro, you get an external frame, and that's how you would mount it. The GoPro would fit inside of it, and it's what had the finger mounts. But as you can see now, the finger mounts are built right into the GoPro. When you don't need them, they just simply fold in like that. Now the finger mounts, if you happen to break these, are easily replaceable. You can see there's 4 screws at the bottom there. So if you happen to snap one off, you can easily replace that part. Of course, by having this new mounting system on the bottom, they had to relocate the battery. The battery is now located in the side here. We just pull down that tab there. You can see there's a red mark, and that's kind of nice that they have that red stripe in there. It just kind of gives you that visual reminder that it's open. Before you go in water, you can double check to make sure you can't see any red there. So you can see there, once we open it, we have the battery slot, the memory card slot, and the charging port all under one door. Now one problem I do see with that is I have my GoPro plugged into power quite often when I'm doing extended time lapses. So now if I'm going to have it plugged into something like a power bank, I have to leave this door open or remove it. This door is removable as well, but then everything is fully exposed. Your memory card's exposed, your battery's exposed. So I'm not quite sure how I'm liking that setup yet at this point. I can see a third-party company coming up with a new door, one that has a little USB-C cutout, so you can actually put a door back on it and plug in a power bank or a power supply. So we'll just insert the battery here just like that, and we'll close the door there. Now on the outside of it, you can see there is this new material, and it kind of looks almost like carbon fiber. It's not carbon fiber, but it's kind of got a texture to it. I'm hoping that it is more durable than the Hero 7 Black that had that rubber coating on it. As you can see here, this thing gets beat up pretty easy. After a few months, it definitely looks like an old beat up camera. This new material might hold up better over time. However, it does still have that kind of rubbery texture there on the front. Here I am comparing it to the Hero 7 Black. You can see that there is a slight size difference. It's a little bit longer there. As you can see there, it's a little bit taller. And if you can see that, it is a little bit wider as well. So let's get it powered up here. We'll go through the setup procedure. We'll get it connected to a phone, and then we'll take a quick look at the new menu. That back sticker seemed a little extra hard to get off this year. Now the power button is on the opposite side as the Hero 5, 6, and 7 Black. It used to be on that side, but because of the battery compartment there, now they have moved it over here. And again, we'll just press it to power it on. Hopefully I've got some battery power in here so I can go through the setup procedure. So we'll pick English and legal stuff. I always get a kick out of that. It actually says legal stuff. We'll agree to that. We're going to turn GPS on. So now we're going to connect to the GoPro app. So let's launch the GoPro app. So you can see here, I just launched the GoPro app and right away it found the new camera. So we're going to hit connect new camera. We're going to pair it. At this point we can set our name. I'm just going to call it Hero 8 Black. As you can see here, there's actually a new camera update already, so let's go through and we may as well update it to make sure we have the latest firmware. So I went ahead and updated everything, and I did add some very important updates, so make sure you grab those updates. Let's just take a quick look at the menu here. There are a bunch of changes. I'm in video mode right now, and the first thing you notice right here, we have this new boost icon. When you turn boost on, it will greatly enhance the stabilization. However, it will be a very tight crop. So it's maybe not something you're going to use all the time, but definitely they've made it easy to turn it on and off just by pressing that button there. You can see that we also have a snail there now, and it's an easy way to turn on slow motion. So down here is where we set all our video resolutions and frame rates, but they've changed it quite a bit. You can see here now they have some already set up in there and they've named it. You can see we have activity at 2.7K, we have slow motion at 240 frames per second, and we have cinematic at 4K 30. These are now what are called presets. So we can just go ahead and select one there and it will go into that shooting mode. However, if we want to change things, we just click on that little edit button there, and you can see here we can change all the different parameters to that setting. But the nice thing is you can add your own presets there. If we slide down, you can see a button. If we click on it, we might have different shooting modes for certain scenarios. We can set it all up and add it as a preset. So if you shoot a lot of different styles with your GoPro, it's actually a really nice feature, and it's going to save you a lot of time. GoPro's added a new feature they call digital lenses. Now for the most part, it's the same as how you would just change the field of view before. You would go from super view to wide to linear. Well, now when we click on it, you can see we have this little slider. You can see we can go from wide up to super view. We can go down to linear. Plus now they have a new one called narrow. Now that narrow view really gets rid of that curved GoPro look, all that distortion, and kind of gives you a field of view of a normal camera. If we go over to time lapses here and we start recording, you can see here we now have this new button. So as you're recording a hyperlapse, you can press it at any time and that goes back to real time. So that gives you a really nice effect that is easily merged right in. So we're in time-lapse mode now, so if we click on this button here, and that'll bring up our different presets, you can see here we have the new night-lapse video mode. So that's going to be a nice mode for a lot of people. Before, if you were going to shoot night-lapse, you had to do it in a series of photos. You then had to put those photos onto a computer, edit them, put them all together. It was very time-consuming, and sometimes, you had to have a lot of knowledge in order for it to look good. But now with that new night-lapse video mode, you can just go ahead and shoot a night-lapse, and it's ready to go for you in a video format already. So I'll definitely be playing around with that in upcoming videos to see how that works. And like I mentioned, you can go in and make your own modes and set things the way you want to set them. So yeah, folks, that is the new Hero 8 Black. Like I said, this was more just an unboxing video and taking a quick look at the new camera. I'll be diving in deeper over the next coming weeks. We'll kind of go over some of the new modes, test them out. We'll be doing a lot of comparisons against the Hero 7 Black. And after I've had a good amount of time to use it, maybe in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, I'll make my full in-depth review to let you know what I think of it. Let me know down in the comments if you plan on upgrading to the Hero 8 Black, or if you're going to be buying your very first GoPro and it's going to be the Hero 8 Black. I'll include links down below to it in the description of this video if you want to go and check it out further. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.